welcome to another A-Level Computer Science video with me, Mr Goff, for MrGoff.com. This video will focus on functional programming. Functional programming is a programming paradigm where functions, rather than subroutines, are the building blocks of programs. A function accepts inputs from a set of possible values, known as the domain, and maps these to a set of possible outputs, known as the codomain. The domain is a set from which the function's input values are chosen. That is, an argument that's passed to this particular function will always come from the domain. The codomain is a set from which the function's output values are chosen. Not all of the codomain's members need to be possible outputs to the function. For our example, where we have a function that accepts x as an input and returns x divided by 4, if we say that the domain is the set of integers, then the codomain would be the set of rational numbers. In functional programming, a function f has a function type. That is, the function f is of the type A maps to B, where A is the domain and B is the codomain. The domain and codomain are always subsets of objects in some data type. In the functional programming language Haskell, everything has a type. You can check the type of something in Haskell using the command :t and passing the value or reference to the value you want the type of. You can see in these examples below that when we get the type of x, it is a character, 3.14 is a fractional, 5 is given the class num, and example is a string. Type classes are groups of types. For example, the num type class includes integers, floats, doubles, and other numeric types. A type variable is used where a specific type has not been defined to specify as wide a group of elements as possible. Let's look at an example. In our add function, we have not specified what type of values x and y should be. We're able to pass it both integers and floats, and it works with both. When we check its type, we can see that A is being used as a type variable. This means that the value passed can be any value from the num type class, as long as both values passed are of the same type. It's possible to provide an explicit type declaration for your function, such as in this example here. By providing this, we can now only pass integers. If we tried to pass floats, we would receive an error. You can see that when I call for its type, it now shows that it is integer to integer to integer, no longer using the type variable A. In functional programming, first-class objects are objects which may appear in expressions, be assigned to a variable, be assigned as arguments, or be returned in function calls. Examples include integers, floating point values, characters, and strings. A function is a first-class object in functional programming languages, and also in some imperative programming languages that support such objects. This simply means that a function can be provided as an argument to another function, or returned as the result of a function call. That brings us to the end of this video introducing functional programming. Join me again soon when I'll be back with a video looking at function application. Use the resources at MrGoff.com to help you revise computer science. And until next time, it's bye for now.